The Panama Canal is a landmark of modern engineering, having been opened over 100 years ago in 1914. Today, the canal stands on the cusp of a new era with the start of the long-awaited expansion project that is set to double the canal's capacity. The big expansion is an ambitious undertaking that has been in the works for many years, and with its completion, the Panama Canal will usher in a new era of shipping and commerce. In this video, we will take a closer look at the expansion project and discuss what it means for the future of global shipping. The history of the Panama Canal. The history of the Panama Canal dates back to the early 16th century when Spanish explorers discovered a narrow strip of land that separated the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. However, it wasn't until the 19th century that the idea of building a canal through the region gained momentum. In 1881, the French started the construction of the canal but soon encountered challenges such as tropical diseases, rough terrain, and engineering difficulties. Due to these challenges, the French abandoned the project in 1894. In 1904, the United States resumed the construction of the canal and completed it in 1914. The canal revolutionized international shipping by reducing the travel time between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, and it quickly became one of the world's busiest waterways. However, in the latter half of the 20th century, the canal became too small to handle the increasing traffic of large container ships. This led to the demand for the expansion of the canal to meet the modern-day requirements of the shipping industry. In 2007, the Panama Canal Authority began the $5.25 billion expansion project, which was completed in 2016. The need for an expansion. The Panama Canal, since its opening in 1914, has been a vital transportation route for ships, connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans through the narrow strip of land in Central America. As global trade grew and ships became larger, the need for an expansion of the Panama Canal arose. Ships carrying cargo have become bigger, more efficient, and more economical in the last few decades. These larger ships could not pass through the original canal, which had a limited size and capacity. This caused congestion, delays, and increased transportation costs. The Panama Canal Authority, ACP, realized that an expansion was necessary to accommodate these larger vessels and to continue to be competitive in the shipping industry. Therefore, in 2006, the ACP started the Panama Canal Expansion Project, which aimed to build a new set of locks to increase the canal's capacity and to accommodate larger ships. The expansion project was completed in 2016, and it has brought a new era of shipping to the Panama Canal. The process of expanding the canal. The process of expanding the Panama Canal began in 2007 with a plan to construct two new sets of locks, one on the Pacific side and one on the Atlantic side, which would allow larger ships to pass through. The project involved digging a new access channel to the Pacific locks and deepening existing channels on both sides of the canal to allow for larger ships. Construction of the expansion began in 2009 and involved the excavation of millions of cubic meters of earth and rock, the pouring of thousands of tons of concrete, and the installation of massive steel gates and chambers for the new locks. The project faced a number of challenges, including labor strikes, disputes over cost overruns, and delays caused by the discovery of archaeological artifacts. Despite these challenges, the expansion was completed in 2016 at a cost of over $5 billion. The new locks are 70 feet wider and 18 feet deeper than the original locks, allowing for the passage of ships up to 1,200 feet long, 160 feet wide, and with a draft of up to 50 feet. This has allowed for the transit of much larger cargo ships, including the so-called New Panamax class of vessels, which can carry up to 3 times the cargo of the largest ships that could previously use the canal. The impact of the expansion. The Panama Canal expansion has had a significant impact on global shipping. It has increased the canal's capacity and efficiency, allowing larger ships to pass through and reducing waiting times. This has resulted in lower transportation costs and faster delivery times, benefiting both shippers and consumers. The expansion has also had a significant impact on the economy of Panama. It has created jobs and boosted economic growth, with the construction of the expansion alone employing over 40,000 people. The increased capacity of the canal has also led to an increase in shipping traffic, generating more revenue for Panama. The expansion has also had a broader impact on global trade patterns. With the ability to accommodate larger ships, the Panama Canal has become an increasingly important transportation route for goods traveling between Asia and the east coast of the United States. This has led to a shift in global trade patterns, with more goods being transported via the canal rather than being shipped around the southern tip of South America. Overall, the Panama Canal expansion has been a significant development in the world of shipping and has had far-reaching impacts on global trade and the economy. The future of the Panama Canal. The future of the Panama Canal looks bright, as it continues to be a vital artery for global trade. With the expansion project completed in 2016, the canal now accommodates larger vessels, which can carry up to 14,000 containers. This has increased the canal's capacity, allowing it to handle more cargo and attract more business from shipping companies. The canal also continues to invest in technology to improve its efficiency and safety. In 2019, the canal introduced a state-of-the-art water management system that uses sensors to monitor and regulate the water levels in the locks. This has reduced the amount of water needed to operate the locks and minimized the risk of accidents. Additionally, the Panama Canal Authority has plans to further expand the canal's capacity by building a new Atlantic-Pacific connector, which would be a new set of locks to accommodate even larger vessels. This project is currently in the planning stages and is expected to take several years to complete. Overall, the Panama Canal's importance to global trade is unlikely to diminish anytime soon, and it will continue to play a vital role in connecting the world's major trade routes. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below.